Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out, or give them a call, 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Colbert Feed in Sigourney, more than just a feed mill. Colbert Feed is your horse source in Keokuk County. We provide bulk or bag feed for your livestock. We have a selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food. Colbert Feed is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can stop by and see Colbert Feed by the Expo in Sigourney or call 641-622-2828. That's Colbert Feed in Sigourney.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office in Sigourney wishes you the very best this holiday season. And please remember those that aren't with their families this year, as they are protecting our great country. For more information on Keokuk County Veterans Affairs, contact Michelle Herman, the Veteran Affairs Administrator at 101 South Main in Sigourney. Brushed by Jude at 116 First Avenue in Oskaloosa brings life back to your furniture. What was once viewed as dated or old-fashioned is transformed to have a whole new life ahead of it. Stop in and see Judy Gronendijk for furniture restoration. Plus, there are classes to learn how to paint furniture. Go to brushedbyjude.com for hours and more information. And stop in on the south side of the square in Oskaloosa to do some Christmas shopping at Brushed by Jude.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
I am your host. Hey, ho, ho, ho. On this Monday, December 23rd, time for the morning wake up. My name is Steve Shetler. It is 7:03 on your Monday. We are 2 days away from Christmas. 2 days from now, we are going to be up and at 'em opening presents. Okay, maybe not here in the Shetler household. We wait till about 8 o'clock to get into the Christmas festivities. Anyway, you get it. We're close. We're close to Christmas. Again, 37 degrees here in the big town of Sigourney. We do thank Brothers Market for being our headline sponsor. Brothers Market in Sigourney, Iowa. And savings are made simple at Brothers Market. Go to shopbrothersmarket.com. Download the Brothers Market app. Digital coupons, earn rewards. Deal of the week. Shopping deals. More. It's a smart way to shop. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney. Get in there to Brothers Market for your last-second Christmas food needs. They can help you out. We thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios, and you can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at 641-673-4845, accepting new patients. Going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. We thank Oski Dental and Brothers Market for being huge parts of Steve Shetler Media. Our forecast is up next. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding areas for 27 plus years. Garden Gate would be a great place to shop for Christmas. If you need something, check that out. Stop in and see Cindy, Danny, and the crew. Cloudy skies for today, gradually, though, becoming sunny. A high around 41. Southwest winds could gust up to about 20 miles per hour. Some patchy fog late tonight, otherwise increasing clouds, a low of 27. Tomorrow, patchy fog in the morning, otherwise 37, and pretty calm winds tomorrow. Tomorrow night for Christmas Eve, let's see, Santa has cloudy skies here in southeast Iowa and a low of 29. So as far as winter weather goes, tomorrow night, a great night for Christmas Eve, for Santa to deliver the goods for any Christmas Eve services or get-togethers you've got. Tomorrow night looking good weather-wise. And then Christmas Day, definitely not a white Christmas here in southeast Iowa. Cloudy and a high of 40. But again, if you're traveling on Christmas Day, we'll take it. I don't mind. I don't really care if we have Christmas or if we have snow on Christmas. I'll take cloudy and 40. I'm good with that on Christmas Day. Your weather is sponsored by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Current conditions: humidity at 79%. Winds are south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometer at 29.96, dew point at 31. And right now in Sigourney, Iowa, according to the National Weather Service equipment here in the Oski Dental Studios, we do have 37 degrees. Your weather, once again, sponsored by the Garden Gate. Are this or that? It is brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This is one big gift. That is 10 small gifts. Which one would you rather have? Would you like to have a big one, or would you like to have multiple smaller things to open up on Christmas Day? Boy, that's tough. I guess it depends on what the big one is. But of course, you don't know until you open it. So, tough choice there. If you like receiving gifts, one big one or 10 small ones, that is our This or That. It's posted every day on my Steve Shetler Media Facebook page at 6 a.m. Make sure you comment on that. Our question of the day, it goes up at noon on my Facebook page every day. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main in Sigourney. Again, another place to shop for this Christmas season. Are you done Christmas shopping? That's a question for today. I am not. I did. You'll be proud of me. I finally did start to do some shopping Saturday. I met my buddy Michael. We did a little bit of Christmas shopping. We didn't get a whole lot accomplished. We had fun. That was accomplished. But still got to do some stuff today. I think today I might finish with my Christmas shopping. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. No, my answer to that question is definitely no. I am not done Christmas shopping. Are you done Christmas shopping? That's the question that will be posed, goes up at noon on my Facebook page. Let's jump into our tournament for December. For the Fun of It tournament. It's sponsored by Shetler Insurance Services. See Stacy at, she's on the east side of the square in Sigourney. And our topic for this month has been Best Christmas Movie. It's been a loaded tournament, and our matchup right now is a super tough one. Home Alone versus A Charlie Brown Christmas. Give a thumbs up for Home Alone. Give a heart for A Charlie Brown Christmas in the voting. Find that post. It went up it went up a little late last night. My apologies on that. It got by me, and I didn't get it posted till, closer to 6:30, I think, last night. Home Alone versus Charlie Brown. That is our matchup. If I had to vote, I'm going Charlie Brown on this one. But the voting so far officially is in favor of Home Alone as of right now, when this is airing at 7:09 this morning. So Home Alone, Charlie Brown Christmas, our matchup till 6 p.m. on this Monday evening. Let's take a look at our brackets overall. Coming up after this one, we've got Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation versus Elf. Again, man, tough choice. So that goes up at 6 p.m. It's gonna be tough here on out. So far, The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer are in the Final Four. The winner of Home Alone versus Charlie Brown Christmas goes into the Final Four, and then Christmas Vacation against Elf, the winner, will go into the Final Four. So, tough matches, tough decisions, my friends, that you're going to have to make for our For the Fun of It tournament Best Christmas Movie, sponsored by Shetler Insurance Services. We'll be crowning our champion on Friday evening. So, stay tuned for our For the Fun of It tournament. Let's see here. Let's take a look at our community calendar. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events. And, you can still, if you need somewhere to book a last-second Christmas get-together, you can do that at Enchanted Events. Otherwise, hit them up for weddings, graduations, reunions, and so much more. Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney, off of Highway 149. On our calendar, let's see here. A bunch of stuff happened this past weekend. One thing, if you want to donate, Keokuk County Historical Society and Museum, of course, looking for some funds. They want to do the best that they can, especially to digitize the archived newspapers of Keokuk County. Now, if you want to donate to help them make that happen, you see that little QR code on your screen. Follow that, and you can donate. Help them make that possible, preserve the history of Keokuk County. So it's the Keokuk County Historical Society and Museum. Also on the calendar, we kind of have gotten through all of the Christmas stuff already. So let's take a look at some stuff, like you can volunteer with the Food Bank of Iowa in Ottumwa. Make sure you look into that if you want to be a volunteer and help out your neighbors in need at the Food Bank of Iowa in Ottumwa. And then also keep in mind with the Sigourney Public Library, they have their after-school programs. Of course, school's on break right now, but that will continue into the new year. So put those dates that you see on your calendar, after-school programs at the Sigourney Public Library. Miss Amanda does a fantastic job. Hey, coming up this week here on Steve Shetler Media, of course, we don't have any basketball. High schools are on their Christmas break. But coming up on Friday, we'll have our Iowa Music Showcase. Gemma Bryce is our guest. Boy, I tell you what, last 2 weeks, we've had some tough luck with our Iowa Music Showcase. A couple weeks ago, Lori King wasn't feeling the best, so we had to cancel that. This past Friday, I got stiffed. I mean, let's just be honest. I got stiffed on my Iowa Music Showcase. The artist didn't show up. But this Friday, Gemma's good. She's good. She's gold. She's golden. Gemma Bryce. She'll be hanging out. I've known Gemma for a few years now, and she's just a young lady. And she's super talented. So she'll be coming to Barn Wired this Friday, 11:30 to noon. We had her at this time a year ago. Christmas break. She can do this without missing any school. So Gemma will be hanging out, doing a live interview, live music for the Iowa Music Showcase this Friday from 11:30 to noon. Watch it on Steve Shetler Media or be there in person. And take it in, absorb it. We had a great crowd this past Friday. Although we ended up not having any music, we still had a great crowd. What we did on Friday was we drew. Instead, we did the alternate. We drew let's see here. We drew for our prize winner for Santa Steve's stocking. Now, I don't have that picture handy at the moment of our winner, but Bev Berg from Kelowna was drawn as our Santa Steve's stocking prize winner. We'll get that up after the commercial break with the picture of Bev. So Bev was our winner. But again, Gemma will be hanging out this Friday at Barn Wired. Then Saturday morning we'll be hanging out at Barn Wired for the sports section. We had a great show this past Saturday. We had North Mahaska Dance. We had North Mahaska Archery. We had Keota Boys Basketball. We had Pekin Girls Basketball. A great showcase of our area athletes and coaches this past Saturday. This coming Saturday, lining up, finalizing commitments for this coming Saturday's show. Going to focus on wrestling, high school wrestling. You know, it's hard to get wrestlers and coaches to come in on Saturday mornings during wrestling season. They usually have a tournament or a meet somewhere on Saturdays, but during Christmas break, they are more available. So we do have North Mahaska wrestling coming for sure this Saturday, and I'm also in talks with some other wrestling coaches and athletes. So tune in Saturday. I think we're going to have a bunch of wrestlers coming up on the sports section. What else do we have? I want to make sure I've gotten through everything. Otherwise, let's jump into some birthdays. Happy birthday. All right, birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your realtor. Find more information and listings at hometown-re.com. Not a ton of birthdays today, but hometown birthdays here in Southeast Iowa. We have Gail Weber with a birthday. We've got my friend Terry Storm with a birthday, and James Dowd with a birthday. So happy birthday to those folks on the hometown side. You celebrate your birthdays with celebrities like actress Susan Lucci, turning 78 years old. We've got football's Jim Harbaugh, turning 61. Pearl Jam, one of my favorite lead singers. He's easy to make fun of just because of his vocal stylings. But man, I love me some Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder, lead singer for Pearl Jam, 60 years old. That makes me feel old. Eddie Vedder is 60? What? And then actor Finn Wolfhard. What a name. I mean, Finn by itself is a pretty unique name, but that last name, Wolfhard? Hello, Mr. Wolfhard. Finn Wolfhard is 22. Of course, he's from Stranger Things. He's kind of the pale, lanky kid. Finn Wolfhard, 22. Is the new season, is the new season of Stranger Things ever going to come out? Ever? No, ever? Is it ever going to come out? Is it going to come out this year? Maybe? I don't know. Hopefully. I've liked Stranger Things over the years. Celebrity hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. All right. I think that does it for most of our beginning stuff here on Steve Shetler Media. The Morning Wake Up brought to us by Brothers Market from the Oski Dental Studios. And by the way, just a reminder, if you're watching the live video this morning, we always put this up now. It's going to become a thing. Podcasts. You might be listening on Steve Shetler Media on wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify is where I listen to my podcasts. So look for this live video that you're watching at 7:18 this morning to go up in podcast form a little bit later on. If you're into podcasts and you listen to that on your drive to or from work or whatever you're doing on this Monday. We are doing the Morning Wake Up, and on this date, again, Monday, December 23rd. How about that? How about what we put it that way? On this date in history, 1569, I should say, Saint Philip of Moscow was martyred by Ivan the Terrible. In 1783, George Washington resigned as the U.S. Army's commander-in-chief. And then he went home to Mount Vernon, Virginia. Of course, he's probably doing some Christmas shopping, had to get that done after retiring. It was on this date in 1788, Maryland voted to give up a 100 square mile area, which ended up being Washington, D.C., 1788. On this date in 1947, the transistor radio was invented. And then also 1975, the U.S. Congress passed the Metric Conversion Act. That never really took hold. We don't need metrics here in the United States. Today on the National Day calendar, it's National Roots Day. Not positive what that means, National Roots Day. And it's Festivus for the rest of us, made popular on Seinfeld back in 1997. Festivus. If you don't know what Festivus is, Google it, and you will find out. All right, let's take a break. Let's hear from some of our sponsors, including our headliner, Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out, or give them a call, 641-622-2191.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for a friend, colleague, relative, or hostess? An Iowa wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is an excellent place to start. Red, white, and blue and blackberry are very popular among sweet wine lovers, while fans of white wine love our award-winning Kennel Glow White and Brianna. For people who prefer pink semi-sweet wine, we offer Steuben and 8 other rosés. Dry wine lovers like our 2021 Iowa Petite Pearl. Tassel Ridge wines are available at the winery and at 350 retail outlets located all over Iowa.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. It's Christmas time at Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. They have everything Christmas that you could possibly need in the store. You've got to stop in and check it out. Plus, come see Santa at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa every Saturday through Christmas, plus on Christmas Eve from 11 to 1. Mahaska Drug also has a wreath decorating contest going on. The annual Christmas giving tree is in store, and so much more. There's always something happening at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. They're open 7 days a week. Stop by for whatever your Christmas needs are.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Enchanted Events, located just south of Sigourney off Highway 149, is the perfect venue to host a wedding, graduation, reunions, and so much more. They can seat up to 500 guests. There's bridal and groom rooms, a large bar, and more. For more inquiries, contact Mel or Chelsea or email enchantedeventsvenue@gmail.com or find more information at enchantedeventsvenue.com. Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Hey, thanks to all of our sponsors for making things possible here on Steve Shetler Media. That includes our headliner, Brothers Market in Sigourney. bring us the morning wake up each weekday morning. And, of course, we broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios. Now, if you're watching the live video this morning, you're seeing a picture of our Santa Steve's stocking winner, Bev Berg of Kelowna. Bev was our prize winner, and Bev got the $500 in cash, $475 in gift cards from all of our sponsors, and also the great electric toothbrush from Oski Dental. So she actually came to Sigourney on Saturday to pick up her prize winnings, and you can see there she took a picture on the square, doing some Christmas shopping. So congratulations to Bev. She was our prize winner, Bev Berg of Kelowna. And I think it was a popular thing. We had a ton of registries for Santa Steve's stocking, or registrants? People that registered for Santa Steve's stock. We had a ton of them. I mean, when we emptied all the boxes on that live video on Friday, it was overflowing out of the plastic tub that we were dumping them into. So thanks to everybody for participating. Thanks especially to our sponsors for participating and having those registration boxes for about a month and encouraging people to get signed up. So I think it was a hit. I think we'll do it again tomorrow. Maybe next year. Not tomorrow, but next year for Santa Steve's stocking. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. Whoa. Things you need to know. The rumor is that Amazon founder Jeff Bezos will marry his fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, this Saturday in an extravagant $600 wedding, $600 million wedding. How do you spend $600 million on a wedding, on one of it? That's insane. $600 million for a wedding. They'll be married in Aspen, Colorado. Jeff Bezos. Nuts. Speaking of which, his ex-wife, Jeff's ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, she likes to give away money, which is good, If you can waste $600 million on a wedding, the ex-wife can give it away. She's given away another $2 billion in donations this past week. In fact, bringing the total that she's given away in the last 5 years to $19.2 billion. She's given it away. They have that much money where they can give away $19.2 billion in 5 years. Big money at Amazon. Let's see here. Other stuff you need to know. Major League Baseball's all-time stolen base leader, Rickey Henderson, sadly passed away on Friday at the age of only 65. Rickey Henderson, fantastic athlete, could steal bases, could hit some home runs. Great baseball player. Rickey Henderson, unfortunately, dead at the age of 65. How about this for a weird story? A Republican congresswoman who has been quote-unquote missing for the past 6 months has been found at an assisted living facility specializing in memory care. Kay Granger, a representative, has served as the representative for Texas's 12th congressional district since 1997, but hadn't been seen in public since July. So she just mysterious, her family. Nobody reported this to the government that she was in an assisted living facility. Weird. Apple. Speaking of big money, we were talking about Jeff Bezos and Amazon earlier. How about Apple? They are working on a face recognition doorbell that would use facial recognition, just like on your phone, to open your front door. So you just kind of look into your door and the door would open for you. Otherwise, it's not going to. So, we live in the future now, people. This year's spin on Christmas shopping, a drone company has partnered with DoorDash and is actually delivering last-minute presents to customers' homes from a mall in Texas. So drones bringing you your Christmas gifts. Maybe I should hire a drone company to just do my Christmas shopping for me. That'd be nice. Actress Blake Lively is suing her co-star in the movie It Ends With Us, Justin Baldoni, for sexual harassment, followed by a retaliatory public smear campaign to, quote, destroy her reputation. We'll see how that plays out. Daytime talk show The Talk signed off on Friday after 15 years on CBS. Evidently not enough people watched The Talk. I don't think I ever saw The Talk. How about Party City? It's closing down all of its stores, ending nearly 40 years in business, according to CNN. Party City. Is that something that like popped up in malls or something like that? I don't know. I don't know what Party City is. Let's see here. They had a boxing match in Saudi Arabia over the weekend. For the first time ever, an AI judge was used to judge the competition. I'm not sure how that played out, but just reporting the fact that an AI judge was used. Let's go back to Washington, D.C. There is what you would call maybe a hoity-toity restaurant. A restaurant for the rich that offers an item on their menu for those who make, obviously way too much money, like people at Apple and Amazon. You can get a water from a Canadian glacier. Guess how much per bottle for that? It's $95 per bottle of water. Water from a Canadian glacier, a bottle costing $95 at this Washington, D.C. restaurant. Yeah. No thanks. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts was hit with a fine over $5,600 for wearing cleats that were not the same color. One of which was not the Eagles' what they call constitutional team colors in a game against the Steelers. That's according to a report from the NFL Network. There's rules on the cleats that you wear, and he wasn't following them. So he got fined $5,628. Other stuff you need to know. Boy, we got a bunch of stuff to get to. A choir at a senior home in England has set the record for the world's oldest choir. Their average age is 94 years old. That's getting up there as far as members of your choir. Doctors from Johns Hopkins has measured the temporalis, a thin muscle that runs from the side of your skull to the jaw joint, on 500 healthy adults. And they found some interesting stuff here. They found that the shorter the muscle is, the greater the odds of developing dementia. So this muscle that goes from the side of your skull to the jaw joint, if it's shorter than usual, it means you have greater odds of dementia. That's interesting. Speaking of which, meanwhile, another study has found that Alzheimer's may sometimes be caused... Where's Neil when you need him? Caused by a herpes virus that travels from the gut to the brain, and that it may be to blame for up to 45% of cases. Herpes and Alzheimer's. Weird. In the list of top 10 causes of death in America, COVID has slipped all the way down to number 10. Heart disease, of course, remains number 1, followed by cancer, obviously. So COVID down to number 10 for causes of death in America. Weather folks at the National Weather Service saying the best chance for a white Christmas this year is from North Dakota, northern Minnesota, into the upper peninsula of Michigan, as well as parts of northern England. So the very northern part of the United States is the most likely place for a white Christmas. Otherwise, the rest of us going to be pretty dry. Willie Nelson, on the road again. Evidently, when he's on the road again, he likes to eat his oatmeal. Willie Nelson says he is a creature of habit and has oatmeal for breakfast every day, along with probably he follows that up with a big doobie. That's what keeps Willie Nelson alive, oatmeal and pot. How about the daughter of Dennis Rodman? Trinity Rodman says that her dad may be her dad by blood, but that's about it. Says their fractured relationship may never be repaired. Well, that's kind of sad. Dennis Rodman's a strange dude. and evidently doesn't have a good relationship with his daughter. Finally, in things you need to know, pretty cool home for sale in Palm Springs. It was once owned by Bing Crosby and was said to be the location of a tryst between Marilyn Monroe and JFK back in the day. It can be yours. If you want to buy it, it's for sale for $13.5 million. So you might want to look into that. Shall we do the impossible? Let's do that. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. Nearly 50% of parents have regretted giving their kids this. What do you think? Nearly 50% of parents have regretted giving their kids this. That is our impossible question for today. Let's go to the comments. Looking at my phone, Dan beat Bubby to the good morning this morning. Good morning to you guys. Sandy, Sherry, Jackie, Dixie, Pat, and Sherry. Got Sherry and Sherry, and Sherry and Sherry and Sherry. Hey, good morning to everybody. Thank you for tuning in on this Monday, December 23rd, for the morning wake up brought to us by Brothers Market. Impossible question. Nearly 50% of parents have regretted giving this to their kids. It is, probably a lot of you are thinking cell phone. It is a credit card. A credit card. That is what parents have regretted giving their kid. Why would you give your kid a credit card? Heck no. Shall we get weird?
That is weird.
Let's get weird. This is sad news. In Minnesota, authorities uncovered a horrifying scene at an alleged animal rescue facility in Hines, Minnesota, where only 70 of more than 250 animals were found alive. That's, again, 70 of 250 animals were found alive at a rescue facility in Minnesota. The rest were either missing or reduced to a grim pile of ashes and bones discovered on the property. Hopefully, the authorities get involved there. That is disgusting. Let's go to this story. The iconic Christmas song, Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All? A great song from the 1980s. And now, of course, it's coming under fire, as everything does at some point. I've always thought the one line from that song was weird, and it's the line that's causing problems these days. It says, "Thank God it's them instead of you." Now, this was a song that raised money, I believe, for folks in Africa. And they're talking about, there being no snow in Africa this Christmas. And then one of the lines is, "Thank God it's them instead of you." A pretty horrible line. Always has been. But just now somebody's getting all bent out of shape about that. But anyway, they're trying to cancel that song. Do They Know It's Christmas? It raised a lot of money. Millions of dollars for folks in Africa. So overall, I don't think you can complain too much. How about this? Pilots flying over New Jersey are increasingly concerned about a sharp rise in dangerous laser strikes and mysterious drone sightings, prompting federal investigations. We've been talking about this the last few weeks here. According to the FAA, reports of laser attacks on pilots have surged by 269% compared to the same period last year. Pointing lasers at aircrafts can temporarily blind pilots, so you don't want to do that. And then, of course, all of these drones that people are taking videos of especially the East Coast, are causing all sorts of worries and concerns. So drones and laser lights, big time issues with airplanes right now. Let's go to the U.S. Department of Justice. They have filed a civil lawsuit against CVS, the pharmacy, accusing the nation's largest pharmacy chain of knowingly dispensing massive quantities of invalid opioid prescriptions for over a decade. We all know there's an opioid problem here in the U.S., and CVS not helping things out. They face possible penalties and lawsuits and all sorts of violations. Other stuff in the weird news today, a flight attendant working for the travel company TUI was hospitalized after falling from a plane in England. The incident occurred as the aircraft was preparing for departure. According to reports, the flight attendant opened the plane's door, expecting the boarding stairs to be in place. But they had already been removed, causing her to fall from the airplane down to the tarmac. So, a faceplant of epic stature there for that, that flight attendant working for that airline. The Air Accidents Investigation Branch has launched a formal investigation into the incident to determine the cause and prevent future occurrences. Yeah, that had to hurt. That's your weird news. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In some disorder, we've got a couple of stories in the files of law and disorder today. In Michigan, a staff meeting at Anderson Express in Fruitport Township, Michigan, took a violent turn when a new employee, 31-year-old man, allegedly stabbed the company president, Eric Denslow. According to police and witness accounts, the man briefly left a conference room before returning 10 minutes later with a knife, and without warning, he approached Denslow and stabbed him in the side. After that, he apparently fled the scene. He was apprehended. The motive for the attack is still unclear, but that guy attacking the boss with a knife. Nasty. And then also in the files of law and disorder, during a high-speed chase in Ohio, a wanted man with multiple arrest warrants for assault and burglary made a shocking decision. He threw his infant son, still strapped in his car seat, out of a vehicle on the side of the highway. I'm assuming while the car was going down the road in a high-speed chase. The incident began when police spotted the suspect in a Walmart parking lot with his two kids while his wife was shopping. The guy panicked, fled, and then led police officers on a dangerous pursuit. The child was taken to Toledo Hospital, found to be in stable condition, thankfully. The man was later apprehended, charged with multiple offenses, including assault, child endangerment, and car theft, currently held without bail. So, crazy stuff in Kansas. And let's go to the duh. In the duh, plane passengers' attempt to manipulate airline boarding procedures backfired when he was denied an exit row seat after claiming a knee injury. According to Reddit, from a fellow traveler, the man requested pre-boarding on a flight from Pittsburgh to Chicago, citing his injury, quote unquote. After boarding early, he proceeded to sit in an exit row seat despite FAA regulations requiring passengers in those seats to be physically capable of assisting in emergencies. When confronted by the flight attendant, the man quickly claimed that he could sit there. However, the gate agent upheld FAA rules and reassigned him to a middle seat. Now, aviation experts recommend passengers involve flight attendants in similar disputes to avoid confrontation and ensure regulations are adequately enforced. So, no need to fake a knee injury to get the seat that you want. He gets the duh. And a duh to you, sir. Let's wrap this up with a look at the top box office movies from over the weekend. If you went to the movies, you most likely went to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3, although not particularly gigantic numbers. It had $62 million in its opening weekend. So Jim Carrey, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I think, is Jim Carrey in that movie? I haven't seen any of these Sonic the Hedgehog movies. He was in the first one and 2, I think. Anyway, Sonic, number 1. Number 2 was Mufasa, the Lion King, bringing it really just $35 million for the new Lion King movie. That's interesting. Wicked at number 3 with $13.5 million. Moana 2 at number 4 with $13.1 million. Homestead at number 5 with $6 million. Everything was less than $4.5 million. Gladiator 2, Kraven the Hunter, the new animated Lord of the Rings movie, the best Christmas pageant ever, and the movie Queer at number 10. So, not a ton of action at the theaters this weekend. Let's take another look, one last look at our forecast for today. It's sponsored by the Garden Gate. Again, will gradually become sunny today. We're seeing clouds right now this morning in southeast Iowa, but sunshine is waiting for us, a high around 41 for today. Again, we do thank Brothers Market. They sponsor our morning wake up. We thank Oski Dental. They sponsor our studios. Coming up today here on Steve Shetler Media, video-wise, let's see, it's a Monday. We've got In Remembrance Of. That's every weekday at 8 a.m. Then we'll take a little bit of a break for videos. I believe coming up this evening, we'll get a video from Rootin' Tootin' Bobby Newton with the Powerline podcast. We'll see on that. I haven't received that quite yet. 5:30, we'll have Successful Farming. 6:30, we'll have some Real Talk with Pastor Aaron Fleming and myself. 7 o'clock, Cards Subject to Change, talking some pro wrestling. So a nice variety of programming coming up today here on Steve Shetler Media. Otherwise, you guys have a great have a great day. Maybe you'll see me out doing some last-second Christmas shopping today. If you do, say hi. Hey, you guys have a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.